AI, artificial intelligence, will that be the downfall to human civilization on this planet? I think it will, and I'm going to lay out my thesis in the next few minutes for you. But first, the best thing you can do to help this channel is hit that thumbs up button. I really would appreciate it. That helps the video get dispersed and recommended. AI, artificial intelligence, it's coming around the corner, and it's coming faster than the makers of AI have anticipated. It is learning on its own. What makes humans so great? And it's not just the thumb, and we have a hand, and it's the thumb. You hear that all the time in science classes. It's our brains. We are the smartest species on this planet. Why is that so important? Well, let's just face it. There's nothing that hunts humans on this planet. We are the hunters. We are not the prey. We are the apex species on this planet. If something smarter were to come about, that would not make us the apex species, would it? Now, I'm using the word species very lightly, but if you can get around it, if something came around that's smarter than us and had the urge to control us, or worse, get rid of us, it would have the ability. AI, artificial intelligence, from this moment forward, I'm going to call it AI because a lot of people don't even know about it, is being created by multitudes of companies, and they're going as fast as possible to be the first ones to fully create it in order to sell it. And you can already imagine who some of the buyers might be. Governments around the world, corporations trying to sell us their products, but most importantly, governments. And how will they use it scares me. And as you know, when governments do something, it is not as good as what can be produced by the public sector. They mess everything up, and they militarize things. They use it against the people. I've always said this. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. Well, this just will be another step in that perfection phase. One of the first things they taught AI was to mislead people, to lie to people. I was watching something like 60 Minutes 3-4 weeks ago. This came out. To mislead the people. So the first and foremost is not to be completely honest with the people. Which means also, if I can go off on a slight tangent, it will be speaking to us, regardless of whether you know it or not. AI is increasingly getting smarter at a faster and faster rate. It is just recently, and I'm only talking one of the many AIs that are being produced. Now keep in mind, the person who wins the race might get to sell their product first, but the others who came in second, third, fourth, and fifth, their AIs are still growing like a child and will reach maturity. So we'll have a faction of AIs competing. There's one AI, they didn't say which one, that just in a matter of hours taught itself the language of Bangladesh. Is it Bangladeshi? I'm not certain of the proper word, but Bangladesh, we'll just say it taught itself fully Bangladesh. And the creators were being interviewed on television, on the news, did not understand how AI was able to do that. Absolutely no concept of how AI did it, which would tell me they need to pause, but they won't. For $1, they rather destroy this planet. Now, for those who don't know what AI is, the movie series, or the movies, I say series because there was a couple. I think there was Terminator, Terminator 2, 3, possibly 4, who freaking knows. It started as AI, and it was AI. It started as a computer software. Now, I know the movie is far-fetched, but is it? Really, is it? I bring up the language of Bangladesh because it's a big concern to me. Everybody keeps focusing on, oh, it taught itself Bangladesh. In a matter of hours, it taught itself a language. And that's what they concentrate on. Not me. I'm concentrating on not the fact that it taught itself a language, but more importantly, it had an urge and need, a desire to teach itself a language. Think about that. Software had a desire. When it gets smart enough, will it also have fears? And will it protect itself from those fears? Perhaps it'll have a fear of being turned off. Who turns off the power button? I'm oversimplifying it. You know, every time I wash my car, I get behind a freaking truck, that this truck is literally blowing, barely has its tarp over, just a volcano of freaking dust and little pebbles flying out of it. Not a care in the world, just some freaking person just driving around, not a care in the world. Whistle while we work. Anyway, will it start to protect itself from those fears? I believe that AI will self-evolve. It'll have other desires, maybe too. It will be the ultimate computer virus. This is what is important. It will be the ultimate computer virus, being able to hack into anything it desires in order to learn. And everything from CT cameras, anything that is computerized, your banking information, all networking information, television. It'll read, it'll listen to and watch documents and whatnot, kind of shows, historical shows and whatnot, in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to understand its new adversary. Obviously, I'm just theorizing. But wouldn't you? In a matter of hours, it could probably scan the entire history, when it's ready, of human history. Through televisions, news outlets, what do they call it? Microfiche? Documentaries, biographics. And when it learns to understand who we are as a human, unperfect, it might, with the combination of its fears, decide to, we don't need people. All right, before that though, I think it's going to be used by these corporations and the military and the government to mislead us at all cost. I also believe that the risk of going on the internet outweighs browsing the internet. I believe the end of the safety, and I know the safety of the internet has ended a long time ago, but I'm really talking a huge threat of going on the internet. I'm talking, I think, like for me, within the next year or two, it'll be the end of the internet for me, due to the risk factors, because everything that we see on it will be computer generated, right down to real looking people saying lies to you to mislead you, regardless of its government, regardless of whether it is politicians, corporations such as Amazon. Nothing will be real on the internet. Just recently, I think it was yesterday, somebody created a video of Kanye West, the rapper, singing a song. And you can Google this, by the way. Sorry about the lighting. Just listen to me, forget my ugly face. The only problem with that video, it wasn't Kanye West. So that's the technology that is coming. It can create a video of you or I raping a freaking dog, and then claiming, hey, you shouldn't vote for this guy. This is what he does all the time. I know that's a little extreme and a little disgusting, but you get my point. It can do anything. It's already mimicked and created videos of humans, and it turns out that the human was not the real human. I'm going off on the weeds. There's so many places I can go with this. I think, again, it is going to be an old